Okay. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Michael Jenke.
Here we go.
So I'll be talking about some of the shots from 3 projects.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the first shot. Funny enough, this is one of the very first projects that Eric and I did together. Very simple, wide angle lens, looking up at the sky, and a toy rocket firing into the air. Why is this one of my favorite shots? Well, Eric said, point the camera up, let's set the rocket up. The rocket just perfectly shot up through the frame. The smoke coming out the bottom of it was right in the middle of the day, blazing sun, super hot. Normally not a time of day that we'd like to film, but the hard sun just catches that smoke and that little wispy cloud in the blue sky, and it's just such a pure moment. There was always something about Eric's writing and the way that he imagines a shot that we always line up in this sort of mind's eye way of thinking. So this was just such a great moment and still one of my favorite shots. Here is a shot from the music video Mushroom, which Eric and I produced in collaboration with our friend and fellow filmmaker Kyla Ferrier, a musician named Steve Benjamins. Linked his music at the bottom. He's incredible. Mushroom was one of the projects that I will always have in my top 10 experiences. We spent one day filming with this group of kids, fantastic kids. It was very loose, it was very improvisational, it was discovery. There was just something magical about working with kids and the freedom that we had in this property we were filming. It was an Alberta summer, perfect day. We shot in story order, which meant the end of the video takes place right at dusk, the last of the light. One of the reasons this is my favorite shot. Again, there's just something so visceral and pure about this. Fireworks shooting up in the air, but also this was pure trickery. When we turn around and we see the kids' faces as they look up at that fiery point of light, that beacon in the sky, that flare was long gone. So our camera assistant, Noah Leach, he got the idea of strapping some red gel to a small LED light, and he just stood behind the camera and he slowly waved the light in a curved sort of motion so the red light would pass over the kid's face. Okay, now we're gonna jump back to the connection. So I mentioned our collaborator, Kyla, was a huge part of this Mushroom video. I'm gonna jump back a couple years to a music video that I did for one of Kyla's songs, actually. So the video is kind of this mysterious sci-fi theme to it. This shot is, in particular, one of my favorite shots, mostly because it's just, again, something that I was very happy with, is kind of this visceral moment of the camera sort of sweeping through the trees while Kyla's coming towards camera. It's just very rare in this world of filmmaking. You see things in your mind and you try to pull it off, but there's always something a little bit different than what you saw. But this one in particular was just what I saw in my head. So what we did was stretch out about 50 feet of climbing rope between some trees and then hung the stabilizer from the rope on some pulley wheels. And that way we could run and rip through the forest, pulling the camera suspended from the rope as Kyla was walking determined through the woods. It was just a super fun shot, and in the end, one of my favorite. Okay, there you go. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. I hope it was fun. I hope it was interesting. See you in the next one.